Okay, so hello all and welcome to our webinar. Today we'll be showing you how to set up and make the best use of your Zoho Docs account. So my name is Aarti Elizabeth. I am a marketer here at Zoho. I also have with me Veena, who is our customer specialist, and she will be giving you a detailed demo of Zoho Docs. So before we get started, here's something really interesting. This webinar runs on Zoho Showtime, which is our very own online web conferencing tool. For the first half of the session, I will be sharing my actual slides with you. So this means you can go back to previous slides, pose questions wherever they arise, and you can like the slides too. So to ask a question, all you need to do is simply click on the question button, the icon that you see on the left pane. You can also chat with me and the others present in the webinar using the chat icon, the chat button there. Also, please post your questions at the end of the session and we will answer them for you. The second half of the session, I will be sharing my screen with you. So Veena here will be able to show you how to set up and manage your Zoho Docs account. So let me tell you very quickly about Zoho. At Zoho, we build cloud software for small and medium businesses. We've been around for over 20 years and we have over 30 plus applications with over 25 million customers who trust and run their operations on Zoho. So this is the agenda for today. So we're going to start with why you should use Zoho Docs, and then we will show you how to set up and manage your existing Zoho Docs account or to create an account if you're a new user. We'll also show you how to sync files and folders and create them from scratch using our Zoho Office Suite, which is our very own online office suite. We will show you how to collaborate with your team that sits right in front of you or miles away at different locations and different branches. We will also show you detailed analytics and reporting, so you will be able to manage an audit trail of your employees and how they use Zoho Docs. We will also introduce you our mobile apps and show you how to use them as well. So before going into setup, let me tell you about a real life scenario on how a manufacturing company increased their operational efficiency using Zoho Docs. So the names have been changed to maintain customer confidentiality. This is Zeitler Industries, and they manufacture air compressors that are sold around the world. In the beginning, Zeitler Industries managed their production, design, and sales out of their headquarters at San Francisco. As the company grew, they had to expand and set up shop at various other locations to manage global customers. So while production was out of HQ, sales personnel worked closer to clients from newer offices. However, as their company grew in size, so did the number of files and information. And this, of course, meant an IT nightmare. More files mean the requirement of more physical space to store them. And this meant maintaining individual storage drives on LAN networks. Now, any physical drive will have only a finite memory space, and investing in infrastructure meant additional expense to the company. So prioritizing the storage of data, it posed its own set of challenges. And with more and more offices, employees had to rely on email to work with their teammates sitting at different parts of the world. So this means they have to work individually and only with the files available on their systems. And then they ended up emailing them and exchanging them back and forth every time an edit was made. Now work became redundant and time consuming. Now, in case of internal servers, each office in each branch had separate network drives. So this made it difficult for colleagues and consultants in different cities to collaborate, especially when handling complex files and collateral. Sales personnel working remotely from client locations had to keep downloading the designs and customer specifications from the server every time something was updated. Now, this can be tiresome, especially when information is required from anywhere at any given point of time. In fact, some days things were so disorganized that many employees resorted to carrying thick binders containing the documents they needed. Well, you could save information on a flash drive or a hard drive, but it's always prone to theft or misplacement. Now, files in a system drive always face the risk of being wiped in case of virus attacks. When data is stored on local storage or servers, any cyber attack can cripple your organization. Moreover, if the server crashes, you could end up losing data permanently. So what's the fix to all these problems? They all move their data to Zoho Docs. So what is Zoho Docs? So Zoho Docs is an online file storage and management tool that helps increase your organization's productivity while reducing costs. So with Zoho Docs, one, you can store data. As you already know, Zoho Docs is on the cloud. So this means you can store vast amount of files and information and save so much physical storage space. On the cloud means it's always available and can be accessed from anywhere at any point of time. You can also keep your files away from physical damage. 2. Collaborate. Work as a team with Zoho Docs. You can collaborate with your teammates wherever they are without sending emails and files back and forth. And of course, you do not have to worry about large files anymore. Sending files in a snaps can easily be done by simply sharing a link. And the most important, data security. So with Zoho Docs, you do not have to worry about any type of data loss. All your information is completely safe. Zoho Docs is secured with SSL encryption, key encryption before transit, and key encryption at rest. Also, you do not have to worry about security. If you want to know in detail about security policies, you can just go to our website www.zoho.com and you will be able to take a look at our security policies. Also, we've had questions about how Zoho Docs is different from the G Suite. So G Suite is very similar to what we have, something called Zoho Workplace that we have, which is a bundle of applications, 9 applications to be exact, that you need to run your organization on. So it comes with email, it comes with chat, it comes with your private social network, which is Zoho Connect. It comes with an online training tool, which is Zoho Showtime. So the combination, the bundle of those apps are Zoho Workplace, and they're very similar to G Suite. Google Drive, on the other hand, is an online file storage space, which is very similar to Zoho Docs. So you can either just get Zoho Docs or you can simply buy the Workplace and save money for your organization. So this brings us to the end of the presentation, and I'm going to hand it over to Veena now, who's going to give you a detailed demo on Zoho Docs.
Thank you, Aarti. Hello everyone. Now let me show you how to make your work more productive with Zoho Docs. To get started, log into your Zoho Docs account with your username and password. If you do not have a Zoho Docs account, you can create one by logging into www.zoho.com/docs. Once you have signed up into your account, this is the screen that you will be seeing. You will receive an email at your registered email ID to confirm the account, after which you will be able to set up your profile. Now to get started with the profile setup, go to the settings that's there on the top right corner and click on the admin panel, or you can just directly click on the admin settings that is there on the bottom right corner of your screen. Now once you click on this settings, you will be redirected to this page in a new tab. Now the screen that you see is of the organization profile. You will need to update all the details about your organization over here, starting with the organization name. Now since I am the one who signed into this account, I will be assigned as the super admin of this account by default. You can also see the plan that you have opted for. Now I have opted for a premium account with 10 users, and you can also see how much extra storage you have bought for your account and the payment frequency details and all your subscription details over here. You can also personalize your Zoho Docs account, and now you can add a customized logo for your account. So instead of seeing Zoho Docs logo every time when you log into your Zoho Docs account, you will see your company's logo. like this over here. So all you have to do is just click on the browse button and then select the logo of your company, and then you're good to go. You can also enter details of your country, language, and the time zones based on where your organization is set up. Now, the next tab that we go to is the Users tab. To add users individually with their email ID, you can click on the Add User button over here. You can enter the email ID of the user and just click on Add User. Or if you have bulk of users, you can click on the Import User option and upload the users list through a CSV file or an Excel file and click on the Import User button over here. Now, once you have added the users, you will be directed to the invitation list. So these are the list of users who have been sent the invitation email to. Once these users have accepted your invitation to join the organization, they will appear in the users list over here. Now in this tab, you can also see details such as used storage, role of the user, and what permissions they have. You can also search for individual user using the search tab that's over here. Now the next tab we have over here is the groups tab. There might be situations when you might want to send files to a complete group or a department rather than sending to individual users. For example, I have my marketing group over here. So every time I have a marketing plan to be discussed with all the marketing departments in my company, I can simply send it to this marketing group over here. So all I have to do is click on the create group icon, name the group, write a description for the group, enter a logo if you have, and add the members who will be part of this group. Now once you're done with that, you are good to go and you can just send all your files to this group. Now let's see what we have in the settings tab. To start with, we have privileges over here. So share, what's there in the share privileges? So once you click on this button over here, you will have your users will have access to share documents outside the organization. This will be useful for a lot of financial organizations where your customer data is at stake and you do not want your employees to share any data outside your organization. Similarly, you can also uncheck this button to stop your users from receiving documents from outside the organization. Now, when I say organization, I mean the users that have been added to this organizational profile that you've created within Zoho Docs. The next option we have is to export. Now, when you say export, what I mean is that you can let your users or the admin to send documents outside, or rather download the documents in other forms, for example, PDF or Excel or any other format from the Zoho Docs account. Next we have is the publish option. So you can also stop users from publishing your file, or you can let them publish the file. So when we say publish documents, what we mean is that your documents will be available on the internet for access for everyone to see. So you can either set password permissions or just share the link with people whom you want to access these files. So these are the options we have over here. Your users cannot publish documents, so you can check this if you do not want your users to publish documents. Next, we have users who can publish documents within the organization, or we can set permissions for users to publish documents within the organization and to the external world. Now, once you're done with the settings, you can just click on the save button that is over here. Now, let's see what's there in the next tab. This is the Manage Storage tab. Now here, you'll see all the list of your users and the storage that they have. Since I have opted for a premium account, we get 1 TB storage each, and you also get to see the details of how much additional storage you have and the total storage you have and how much storage has been used. This will be very useful for you to keep checking on how much data, how much storage has been used by your users, and to rightly prompt your team to ask for more storage in case required. Next, we have change super admin. Like I told you before, since I signed up for this account, I will be given the super admin access by default. You can also set someone else as the admin. All you have to do is give them the admin role when you add them as a user. Now, what you have to do is click on this edit button over here, and you will have the other user listed, the other admin listed here. You can just select them and then click on the save option. The next tab we have over here is the SAML authentication. Now, what we mean by SAML authentication is that we at Zoho Docs let users sign in only once into your account when you enter the organization, which means you might have a list of other applications you must be using. We just want you to sign in once into the applications and then you're good to go. This saves a lot of time for users into your organizations and just directly get started with their work. The next tab we have over here is the security tab, the most important tab. So at Zoho Docs, we consider security and privacy very seriously. So we have these password protection policies over here. So you can set expiry period of your Docs account for your users. So every time, it could be a 30 days period or a 60-day period. So your users will have to change their password within the set period of time. You can also set the password length, the minimum number of passwords they have used in the history, and you can enable mixed passwords and let them use special characters and numeric characters. And once you're done with setting your password policy, click on save and your password policies will be updated. The next tab we have over here is the allowed IPs. Now we know a lot of organizations work remotely, but this also might pose a problem to organizations working from different places because you might not be sure who is working or accessing your documents. So to be more vigilant about where your documents are accessed from, you can set IP address access. So if your offices are located in definite places, you can just add the IP addresses from here. So the range of IP addresses can be set in these two tabs, and once you're done, you can restrict it for the roles based on administrator or the user, and then click on add. Now let me come back to these two parts of the settings tab shortly. Let me take you back to the Docs interface. Now this is how your Docs interface appears as soon as you open the account. Now since I already have so many files saved in my account, this is how it appears. So you can create a document, spreadsheet or a presentation using the Zoho Docs Office suite that is built into the Zoho Docs account, or you can upload them as each files or folders, or bulk upload them if you have a lot of documents in your desktop. We also give options to directly sync your documents from the Google Drive account or from the Dropbox account that you might have. All you have to do is sync your Dropbox account with the Zoho Docs. So you just have to enter your email ID and password of the Dropbox account, and you will find all your files from your Dropbox account stored over here in this area. We also have the Zoho Docs desktop account. so that you can work offline and sync your files online whenever you want. So since I am using a Mac operating system, I will have my Zoho Docs account for Mac. You can, based on whatever operating system you're currently using, you will be shown the option to download your Zoho Docs over here in the bottom left corner of your interface. Now the next way through which you can upload documents is through the email and option. To see that, you can click on the settings icon that's there on the top and click on the storage details. Now this is the email ID to your Zoho Docs account. Now how this ID will be used is that whenever you're scanning your documents, which you can, in case you are an iPhone user, you can use the Doc Scanner app that we have, or you can just scan your document from the printer and directly email it to this email ID that you have, and then you can find your documents directly stored in your Zoho Docs account over here. Now, when you have too many data, finding one file out of the heap can be a difficult task. You can organize your files in folders. Your folders will be listed like this in the left pane. You can either organize it based on the teams or tasks or anything you'd like to group them as. Once you select any file in your Zoho Docs account, you will be shown these options on the top. The first option you see over here is a share option. I will shortly come back to explaining the share option. Let me take you to the next option that we have, that is the add task option. Okay. Now, with this feature, you can ask your manager to either review your file, your month-end sales report, or any other document that you have drafted. You can ask your customers to approve your proposal directly from here, or you can even send meeting reminders to your teammates along with the agenda of the meeting over here. So you select either one of the tasks that you want to assign your other colleague, and once you're done clicking on the option, you can set a due date for when you want the document to be reviewed or approved or reminded on, and then you can assign it to a particular user like this by just entering the email ID, and then you can also select a description of the task. Once you're done, you can just click the add button over here. Once you add the task, all your tasks will be listed over here on the top. Similarly, you can move your files to another folder if you think they belong there. All you have to do is click on the move button and then select the folder where you want them to be stored in and click on the move button that's over here. Next, we have the copy option. Once you click on the copy option, Docs will let you create another copy of the same file into another folder or in the same folder, and then click on copy. If you're putting the file in the same folder, the file will appear as a copy of the file name that you had initially given. Now, since I copied this presentation that I have, the file has been named as a copy of the presentation name that I gave. The next option we have over here is to trash the document. Now, as a user, I have an option to trash as many documents that I have created. However, at the organizational level, as an admin, you will be allowed to find access of all the documents that has been trashed or created in your organization since the beginning of your account. You will also have an option to to retrieve your files that were trashed from your account. Now let me show you how to share your files. Coming back to the share icon. Now once you click on the share button that's over here, this is the share setting dialog box that you will see. The first option we have over here is the visibility option. We have a collaborators only option as the first one. This means that you can share your document individually with each collaborator by just entering the email ID and setting the access permissions. The second option we have is to make the file available to everyone in the Zoho Docs account or the organization, in your organization. Once you select this account, this option, you will be given these other options to share the file with. So you can give everyone in your organization the access to read your files or read write your files or just read and comment on your file. You can click on this option to allow everyone to find and access your file. To find the file, all they have to do is just enter the name of the file in the search box of the Zoho Docs account, and they'll just be able to find the file without you even sharing the link of the file. Now the next option we have over here is public on the web with password protection. Now with this option, the users don't even have to have a Zoho Docs account. You can just share the link of your file to anyone outside your organization and they'll be able to access the file, provided they have the password that you have set over here. Once you set the password for this particular document, you can also set an expiry date. You can just select a particular date when the document will be expired, and that link will no more be available for the others to access. You can even set the access permissions for this particular file. Similarly, we have the public on the web option. Now with this option, the difference between these two options is that you don't have to set a password for this option. You can similarly set an expiry date for this particular option and then just share the link with a person and they'll be good to go. After you're done with these options, you can just click on save. Now let's see how I can share this with someone in my organization. Now once I enter the email ID of the person in my organization, I will have to set permissions for this particular person. So the permissions we have over here are read only, read write, or the co-owner. So with read only permission, the user will only be able to read my files and not edit it in any form. With the read write option, the user will also be able to edit my documents and make changes to it. As a co-owner, the user is allowed to share the file with other users and also edit the document at the same time. However, a co-owner cannot make another user a co-owner. That's the only drawback of this particular permission. Once you're done setting permissions, you have to click the share button over here so that the file is shared with this particular user. While collaborating, you might be seeing yourself annoyed by too many people editing at the same time. So for that reason, we have the check-in and check-out option within Zoho Docs. To use that option, select the file that you'd like to check in or check out. Once you've selected this file, you see the checkout option that is over here. Once you check out the document, the collaborators of this document will not be able to make any edits to the document. Rather, they'll not even be able to access the document. So once you're done editing the document, you can simply click on this and click on revisions and choose a file to add a revision and then enter the note, revised copy, and just upload the file. Once you're done uploading the file, you will be able to see the notes over here and the version of the file over here. So even in times when you don't want to see the updated version and you want to go back to the previous version, you can click on the version and revert back to the previous version. You can also enter comments into the document. And just click on comment button that is over here. Now let's take a quick glance at the Zoho's built-in editors. We have Writer, Sheet and Show. All the files you create from the built-in editors will be directly stored into your Zoho Docs account. Now let me briefly show you the highlighted features of all the editor apps. This is Zoho Writer. Zoho Writer is an online word processing tool. It is similar to MS Word, but here is why it is different and you should definitely use it. But to get started, let's go to the Compose view. In the Compose view, the writer screen is very clear and it lets you just concentrate on the content of the document that you would like to enter, and we have reduced all the disturbances that might distract you while you'd want to draft your document. The next tab we have here is the Review tab. The Review tab, you see these options on the top and the comments or the changes that anyone has suggested. Now let me quickly take you to the important features that we have over here. This is the Collaboration tab. Now by clicking on the Collaboration On tab, you will let your other collaborators make changes to this document. In times when you don't want others to make any changes to the document, you can just click on this option and the collaboration will be paused for a while until you turn it on. The second option we see here is to notify the collaborators. In case you've made any changes to your document or you'd like your collaborators to know about something, you can just enter their email IDs over here. You can send the email to all the collaborators or to just specific people in the team. Enter a subject line, the message of the email, and then click on send button that's over here. The next option we have over here is the follow option. There might be times when you'd want to know every change made in your document. So at times like these, you can select an options that are over here. So you can either get notified of all the changes being made in your document by clicking on this button, or you can enable notifications for only comment activities in your document. You can also get notified based on all comments that are received in your document, or only when new comments are added, or only in the comments where you have participated. Or you can just choose to not get any comments, or any notifications from this document at all. Once you're done setting the permissions, you can click on this button that is set as default for all your documents. That is, if you want these changes to be reflected in all the documents that you're working on, and click on OK. Now this tab here is the Track Changes tab. Now there'd be times when you'd want to know what changes are made by your collaborators. So once you turn this option on here, you'll see all the changes made by your collaborators. Now, so this is how my text will appear once I have turned the track changes button on. That's about what we have in the review tab. The next tab we have over here is the distribute tab. Now in the distribute tab, you can see these options over here in the top. Like I explained before, we have the publish option over here, either within the organization, or you can publish the file in the web for everyone to access, or you can email this particular document directly to whoever you want. Next, we have the mail merge option. Now, with mail merge option, you can draft a particular, let's say, email for a group of people outside your organization. Let's say you're doing a campaign and you'd like to send out an email to someone. You click on this option, import the list of people you want to send this email to from a file that's in CSV format or from Zoho Sheet, our built-in spreadsheet editor, or we have the contacts application, or even the Zoho form. Now, once that is done, you can just simply send the file to all your emailed users. Now, the next option we have over here is electronic signature. Gone are the days when you would have to download a document, get approval from someone, get their signature, and then upload the document back, scan it, and then upload it to your account. Now, everything is digitalized now. You can just draft your document and send it to a particular person and enable the electronic signature option. All you have to do is sign into your eSign account, that is in our very own Zoho Sign account, or your Adobe Sign or DocuSign or Sign Easy applications. So these are the integrations we have for the electronic signature options. So you can sign into any one of these accounts and you can easily approve documents and make things happen faster. You can also download your file in one of these formats, either as Word document or a text document or a RTF or a plain text or any of these, right? So that's about Zoho Writer. Next we have Zoho Sheet. Zoho Sheet is a spreadsheet tool. You can create tables, you can highlight important things, you can use formulae to calculate what's there in your cell, or you can even create beautiful charts like this over here. Now let me show you certain important features in Zoho Sheet. Let's say you have your finance firm and you'd like to keep certain numbers constant. You could also be a production firm who would like to keep certain specifications of your machineries constant. So you'll select the cells that you do not want to change, and you click on the data option that you have and click on the lock option. So once you do this, you'll see the range of cells that you've selected, and these cells will be locked. You can click on lock all, and the cells will be locked for all the collaborators or the users of this particular document. Once you're done locking the document, you can click on the save button that's over here. The next option we have in Zoho Sheet is the audit trail. So for that, you click on the review button and click on audit trail. Now there might be times when you want to see what changes have been done in your document. In Zoho Sheet, you can see the changes that have been made to a particular cell. You can see changes made by individual users. You can just select the user's name from the drop down, click on the date when the change was made. We have date ranges. You can see changes that were made today, yesterday, this week, last week, and so on. You can also see changes made on each sheet. Now, since I have only one tab here, I can only see changes made on this sheet. You can have multiple tabs within your sheet document and see all the changes that have been made in each sheet individually. You can also select a cell range. Let's say I select this range and see the changes that have been made to this sheet. You can also see when the changes were made, at what point in time, etc. So that's about Zoho Sheet. I think I have explained all the major features of Zoho Sheet. Now let's go to Zoho Show. Zoho Show is a presentation tool. It's a presentation delivery tool. Zoho Show has a very clean interface, so you can concentrate on what's important in your presentation rather than searching for your tools and where to find what. Now, some interesting thing about Zoho Show is that you can create a new slide, right click on it, and change layout like this. We also have an insert option, so you can insert an image like this by clicking on this option. You can insert a video. You can also embed a video directly from YouTube or use the Daily Motion app to find your videos. The next option we have over here is the Twitter option. So with Zoho Show, you can directly embed your Twitter, your tweets about a particular topic into Show. All you have to do is authenticate your Twitter account, that is, log into your Twitter account, and you can see a stream of feeds of your Twitter feeds flowing over here. Now, there are times are such that you can't expect all your teammates working from the same place. You might sometimes want to train your teammates from different places. So, at times like that, what you can do is use our broadcast cast option. So, all you have to do is click on the share button that's over here and click on broadcast. With broadcast, you can show your presentation to people who are not in the place that you are in. All you have to do is copy this link and either send it to them individually, or you can just email this particular link to the users. You can also see the participants of your presentation over here and your notes over here. Now, once you're done with all that, you can click on the Start Broadcast option that's over here. And that's about all our editor tools. Now that we have understood about creating, sharing, and collaborating on documents, let me come back to the admin panel like I mentioned before. The next tab that we have over here is the admin reports. Now, once I click on the reports tab, this is what I see. Now we get a detailed summary of the storage used by the users in my organization. I can also see total type of documents that have been created. I can choose individual documents and see how many users have created these documents, or I can just click on all categories and see all type of documents that were created in my Docs account. You can also see at what point in time your documents were created. You can modify it based on the type of the document, etc. Now the next tab we have here is the Activities tab. In this tab, you get a detailed report of what file has been created within your Zoho Docs organization. So you'll see all activities that were carried out within your organization by all the users in your organization. You can also use the advanced search option and search for activities done by individual user within your organization. The next option we have here is the storage stats. This you can see how much storage and how much documents that have been created, shared, and how many folders have been created and shared among the members or outside the organization. Now the next tab we have here is the admin governance. Like I told you before, as an admin, it is very important to be aware of every document that is being created within your organization or outside your organization. Now with this option, you can, with the document finder option, you can just enter a particular user's name and see all the documents that were created by this user. You can also see when this document was created or even modified. The next option we have over here is document transfer document ownership. Now this is useful when your users leave the organization. So a lot of times when employees leave organization, the documents and the files they created, a lot of important data goes missing. So instead of letting them just go, you can give a complete knowledge transfer to another person by just entering their email IDs over here. Now we have all the documents created by this particular user. All I have to do is click on the change owner button that's over here. Let's say I want to transfer ownership of this document to another user. All I have to do is click on change owner option that's over here. Now this user is no more the owner of that particular document. Similarly, I will have access to restore all the documents that have been created in my organization. So I just have to enter the email ID of a particular user, and I can see all the documents that were ever trashed by that particular user, and I can restore them. A lot of times people might also unknowingly accidentally trash documents, and they might want to access them back. So you just need the user's name or the link of the document, and then you search them over here and restore the document. Now Zoho Docs is not just any other file management tool. Unlike many other file management tools, we understand and care about your data privacy and security, and that is why you should bring your organization to Zoho Docs. With that, I am done with the demo of this Zoho Docs, using Zoho Docs to make your work easier. Let us know if you have more questions. You can email us at support@zohodocs.com. Thank you.